first time today. So kind of glancing back and forth here over at my laptop. I know there's always a delay. So hopefully it will show up here very soon on the computer. I'm going to just hit refresh and make sure because I'm not seeing me. Oh, there I am. Yay. Okay. Now I'll turn off my volume and it looks like it's working. So yay. Okay. Whew. All right. So thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully you guys are able to see this. I don't know if you'll need to hit refresh too, which I don't know how to tell you, but it says people are watching. So hopefully it's working. So yay. All right. So welcome to the first Moogly YouTube Live for 2021. It is January 2021. And I just came from doing a Facebook Live where I talked about the latest Moogly news, as well as the giveaways that are going on right now. We've got some really great giveaways. And we've already got our first new pattern for the year. So the first pattern on Moogly for 2021 is the Whispering Arrows Shawl. And I shared it here in the YouTube community page over the weekend. And yeah, thank you so much. You guys were so positive and nice about it. The video tutorial for that should be up this week. We're actually hoping to film it this afternoon after I'm done with these lives and before I go live later for Michael's to teach how to hand crochet a blanket class. So if you want links to any of these things that I'll talk about here today, if you want links to the Facebook Live or to see the Facebook Live, just follow the link in the description and everything will be right there. If you're not able to see the description, because I know YouTube can be funky, you can just go to mooglyblog.com and it is the most recent post. If you're watching this today, if you're watching this sometime in the future, you can search mooglyblog.com, how to wear a triangle shawl, and that should pop right up. So should, if Google does its job. So yeah, so just go ahead and jump on in the chat if you want. Let me know where you're tuning in from today. Let me know if you have some other ideas for wearing triangle shawls that you'd like to see here. So, as I was saying, the Whispering Arrows Shawl is the first new pattern up on Moogly for the year 2021. And this is a triangle-shaped shawl made in the corner-to-corner style with a few unique twists that I've added. And it's got this really lovely lacy edging. This is made with just one cake of Red Heart It's a Wrap Rainbow, which you can see right here. Just one of these. This is the Whisper colorway. Which, yes, did influence the name of the pattern. It's hard to come up with all those names. But, you know, it comes in lots of beautiful colorways, so you can check that out. The other shawl I'm going to be showing off today is the Brown Butter Shawl that I designed a couple years ago. Also linked at the link in the description. You can see right here. And this is another really simple crochet triangle shawl. What's interesting is this one is worked top down. So you start small and get bigger as you go. Start at the top and work your way out that way. This one, you also start small and get bigger as you go, but it's made from the bottom up. You actually start down at that point and work your way up. So lots of different ways to make triangle shawls and lots of different looks you can get with them. So, all right, let's go ahead and get to it. Hi, thanks so much for tuning in, you guys. I always just like to yammer for a minute to give everybody a chance to get on over here. So, triangle shawls, lots of different ways to wear them. And of course, there is the traditional way. Way back, you know, I think when shawls were invented, cut out of an animal hide, whatever, when people invented clothing, we quickly figured out that shoulders get cold, right? So there is the standard, you know, back when I first started crocheting, I think this is how everybody was wearing shawls, and shawls weren't nearly as popular back then. And this wasn't that long ago. Or maybe I just wasn't aware. Maybe I wasn't aware of how popular shawls were. But, you know, this is kind of the standard, and you can see this is a really good shape for this one. Now, some shawls you'll see, especially in historical wear, will have much longer, I don't know what to call it, arms, a much longer width here, so that the ladies could actually wrap them over and tie them behind their waist or wrap them around again. I'm not that small as those lovely historical ladies, so it would take a really big shawl for me to be able to do that. But you can get, definitely, I've seen people still wear them like that, smaller people than I, with bigger shawls. But you can definitely style your shawl that way as well. And it is very warm and it's very cozy and it's very comforting. And I think it really, depending on the shawl pattern, can really be a beautiful way to show it off. When I go to crochet and knit and fiber events, I see a lot of people wearing their shawls this way. So, you know, it's still a thing and it is really beautiful. If you find that your shawls fall off of you this way, there are ways to secure them. And this is where it gets really fun. When you start playing with shawls, you don't have to, but you get to also start playing with shawl pins and shawl fasteners. And there are so many different styles. I have my own little collection right here. There's these ring styles. There are pins that you might be familiar with. There are sticks. There's sort of let's see, I'm running out of hands here. There's this sort where it just sort of sticks down in with 2 prongs. There's the ring and stick, where you kind of stick the fabric through there with the ring. This is another really unique one that I have. This is sort of a copper spiral that you work right in there. But so if you're going to wear it this way, let's go ahead and get back here to some more possibilities. You've got this sort of ring style of shawl holder, or this kind that can be a lot of fun. This one's probably going to be too big. This is a really lightweight shawl. That's why I have such a collection of shawl pins. They're all a little different. But you can just slide those ends right in there, and it's like a lovely little piece of jewelry for your shawl, and it also helps hold it on. Kind of the Burke method of wearing the, you know, our the lady with all the scarves. You can also wear it just up around the neck like this. You don't have to wear it spread across the shoulders. And then it's a little bit more of like a fashion look. Pull that one off. Try this one on. Like I say, I think this one's going to be a little bit big, this leather cuff, but leather cuffs have been a really big look lately. So you can use anything like that just to hold it on in that very simple way. So then, of course, there is the front way around method. So this is the way that I think I see them most often worn now, especially, you know, just modeled in photographs and things, and even just out and about. I think it really mimics sort of the cowl look, but it has that really flattering shape. I talked a little bit about this on Facebook, and the thing about a triangle shawl is that it can be very flattering because basically we're wearing the widest part at where we want to look a little wider, and then you've got that thin little part pointing at where generally we would like to appear a little bit thinner. So this shawl is a little different, and then in addition to the horizontal stripes created by the yarn itself, there are some built-in and sort of hidden chevron stripes that you can only see in the right light that also help with that effect and sort of bring the eye up and out or down and in. So when you wear them like this, generally, you're going to be sort of just crossing those little bits over in the back. And it just depends on the size of the shawl. Some shawls, especially shawlettes, the really small ones, can really only be worn this way. They're not going to be big enough to wear on your back or your shoulders. But this is more of like a fashion look. And I really love this look in the wintertime. It keeps, you know, a little bit warmer here. I tend to wear my shirts a little lower cut because I don't like things up tight around my neck. So this really helps. It can be, you know, for modesty or just to keep me warm in the wintertime, or just to look good and brighten up the outfit. And like I say, I feel like this line creates a really flattering, it just really flatters the shape and the form, and can be quite a pretty way to show off your shawls. So if you wear them like this, you'll want to secure them, of course, as well. And that's where we can have lots of fun with these stick pins. This one was fun. This one was a gift from someone. It's got a octopus on it. People love to gift me octopus things. It's always fun. So you can just stick those right in there to secure those like that. Or then you can bring back out that cuff. I've seen, this is a relatively new one I've seen lately, where you just slide the cuff right around there and snap it. There we are. When I first got this was a gift. I was supposed to go teach at DFW in 2020, and it didn't work out because, you know, 2020. But they were kind enough to send me this lovely teacher gift afterwards. And I hadn't worn one like this before, but I actually really love the look. You can get that leather tab look. Without sewing on a leather tab to your shawl. You're always going to have it, you know, you can pop it off, change shawls. First I thought it was a bracelet, but I was like, man, I know I'm not a skinny mini, but that would be a teeny tiny little bracelet. So I finally figured out it was for shawls. So like I say, then this is more of a barrette style pin almost. This one's really pretty. I got this one from Stunning Strings. You can see it just opens up basically like a hair barrette, and you can use that to secure it as well. So I really love shawl pins. They're basically jewelry for your shawl, but they're also practical. They hold it together. One of my favorite, most practical and most beautiful shawl pins is from Rock & More Accents. It's magnetic, and my drawer is metal, so I have to kind of peel it up here. But let me hold this one up here. You can see Rock & More Accents. It's still got the price on it because I keep it right on its card. There is a web address at the bottom, www.rockandmoreaccents.com. Gonna hold that up there so you can see. Hold that still. So this is a stone and gem magnet pin, and this one is a strong, strong magnet. You can see it's got what's called a druzy stone, and I don't know much about stones, so that's about all I can say about it, other than it's pretty. And it's got this really strong magnet on the back, and then you get the other piece of the magnet right here. So what's fun about these is that you're not going to mess up the fabric of your shawl. You're not going to be sticking any pins or anything through there. You're not going to get it caught on any of the strings. But you can also bring that the back of the magnet and put it on the inside of your clothing, because this is a strong magnet. It has gone right now through at least 2 layers of shawl and a sweater, and it is on there. It's not moving. So I love this one in particular if I'm going to be wearing my shawl out and about all day at an event. It's not going anywhere. You know, it's totally attached to my shirt. I don't have to worry, like I say, about it snagging on anything. So this is the only one I have like this, and I purchased this one this summer during the CGOA online event, and I love it. It is probably one of the more practical ones I have, and I normally keep it. I'll have to get it back apart so I can put it back on the card. That helps me keep the magnets separated. So that's just some of the styles I have. There's also, you know, the big kinds that usually work with a stick. Where did my stick go? My stick, oh, for this one has run away on me, but it's around somewhere. And then here is more of just a general stick style. These are a lot of fun. And you can slide those right in there as well. But yeah, so it just depends, you know, how you want to dress it up. You can get a lot of different looks with all the different, shawl pins and things like that. In terms of other ways to wear it, depending, again, on the size of the shawl and the size of you could absolutely use it as a swimsuit wrap, sort of around the waist. Not going to be demonstrating that one myself, but you can get a lot of different looks. You can absolutely wind it up into a smaller shawl, basically, by doing that. And then you can, you know, do all sorts of fun things with that. You can get lots of different looks. Flip that around. If you don't like to see the roll, you can do a very small one. You can use those and tie them off to the side. This is something I would see a lot. Actually, I have a relative by marriage from Europe, and she tends to wear her scarves a little bit more like this, sort of off to the side with a simple tie. So not even a shawl pin involved there, but sort of a jaunty look, I think. It's very nice. So, hey, everybody, I'm just kind of glancing over. And yes, and you could even use your crochet hook as a pin. So just to show off these things again with a slightly different look, here is the brown butter shawl. You can see this one right here. This one was made with a much thicker yarn. I believe this one was a bulky, as opposed to that one was a #2 sport. So this one worked up a lot faster if you're looking for a fast shawl. But you can see here too, this one has a really good over-the-shoulder feel. Triangle shawls are just really great for that. We can try out our cuff. Since this one is a bulky, I think it'll hold up front here a little better. I wouldn't want to try and slide it into that little copper ring I was using before. There we go. So you can get that look there with that one for sure. And then, of course, we can flip it around front ways as well and get that look. And I think this one, again, this one with the different constructions, you're going to get different effects. Both of these were made with self-striping yarn, but because this one was made from the bottom up in rows that were very, very horizontal, back and forth, you get really horizontal stripes of color. Whereas with this one, I started out here and worked out in stripes that were angled, so you get a different look. So this one's got some chevrons. The other one has got some chevrons that are sort of hidden and built in. This one's a little more obvious in pointing down that way. But, you know, it's, again, just a really simple shawl, easy to wear. You can definitely secure one side if you want to. If you like to leave the other side just hanging down and back. Let's see here. I'll put that one there. Try not to double chin myself too much, but I know that's all I'm doing here. There we go. Bring that around. And then let's try that cuff again. I'm really liking this cuff. This is the first time I've really played with it too much. But yeah, check that out. Just freshens it right up, and you can wear it however you like. So you can wear it strategically, you know, to cover certain different parts of different outfits. You can wear them for fashion. You can wear them for warmth, but they're just a lot of fun. And yeah, so that's triangle shawls. If you're interested in how to wear asymmetrical shawls, I did do a video on that a little while back, and I have linked it at the link in the description as well. And it's here on YouTube if you want to go diving through the channel. There's lots of good stuff there. Now I'm going to head over here to the comments real quick and just make sure I didn't miss any questions or anything. So I'll scroll up just a little bit here. So hi from Turkey and Massachusetts and Alabama and Italy, Italia. And Coffee with Candy, definitely will be thinking of you. From Turkey again, and hello, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Just like I say, I just want to make sure I didn't miss any questions or anything. Quentin Time says, I would like to make the ends long and tie them together and put them under the bib part in the front. Yes, absolutely. That is another great way to wear them for sure. Let's see. And wear it like a shrug by attaching the long ends together in a back. Yes, absolutely. Great idea, Diana. Thank you. Don't know if either one of these is quite big enough. Like I said, you need kind of a big shawl to pull off some of these, and then other looks are better with a smaller shawl. But I'm thinking, tie the long, yeah. So you could just pull those long ends together in back if you are small enough, which I am not. Or cross them over and tie them in back, like we were talking, like you see a little bit more in historical fashion. If you like looking at or reading about historical crochet too, it's fictional, but I can't recommend enough the Fixed Stitches Yarn Society. I glance over here because I have all their books over here, but they've got some great stories, and they kind of include crochet and things like this and shawls. And it always, whenever I think of that crossover style, I think of those books. So hi everybody, Maria, thank you. Yeah, lots of options. So thank you for sharing your ideas with me, and thank you for joining me today. I just want to let you know, now that we've covered that if you are watching this in January 2021, I do have 3 free classes, 2 through Michaels and 1 through Fave Crafts coming up. So again, check out the link in the description or go to mooglyblog.com. All those classes are free, so you can check those out, and they'll be recorded and put up. I know the Michaels ones will be on the Michaels YouTube channel, so you'll be able to check those out later as well. So the books, if you're interested in those, are Fixed Stitches Yarns. It's, I believe, fixedstitchesyarns.com or fixedstitchesyarn.com. But if you Google Fixed Stitches, all is one word, like fiction stitches, Fixed Stitches, it should pop right up. I don't think there's anybody else using that name, but it's a really neat series. So do check that out. Yeah, and I think that's it for today. If you want to see a preview of some of the things coming up or check out the giveaways going on Moogly, again, do go to the link in the description. I've linked out to all of those. We've got a yarn giveaway going. We've got a yarn kit club going away for both crochet and knit. And this awesome yarn needle threader from Clover is going on. That giveaway is going on right now as well. So thank you so much. Can the shawl be made bigger? Let's see. I just want to make sure I get all the questions before we do sign off here. This shawl absolutely can. It's made, like I say, working top down out. So you can just keep adding rows. Basically the last 3 rows before you get to the border. Just keep repeating those as long as you like. This one can be made bigger as well. You're working from the bottom point up, so you just keep adding more rows as desired. So it's a pretty simple pattern once you get into it. If you haven't made corner to corner before, like I say, there will be a video tutorial for it up, hopefully later this week. Hopefully I'll get that filmed this afternoon. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, everybody.